Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're kind of steering away from the usual Tokyo rush or the Kyoto crowds.
Yeah, for sure.
We're setting off on a journey, really, to explore some, well, lesser-known spots in Japan. Places I think you'll find genuinely captivating. Think of this as a more personal look,
Yeah.
filled with the kind of things that hopefully make you really want to experience Japan yourself.
Exactly. We're trying to get beyond just the main attractions, aren't we? Looking at regions that have their own unique feel.
Right.
And we'll touch on bits of Japanese culture, maybe some history, the daily life stuff that gives you a richer picture than just the tourist photos.
That's the goal. Building a real connection, maybe a deeper understanding.
Yeah.
And I'm really keen to share some places that personally struck me, the kind that make you think, okay, maybe I should look up flights.
Ha! Yeah, I know that feeling.
So we've gathered some really interesting insights, and we'll explore them in a way that's hopefully engaging and sticks with you. Okay, let's dive in. Our adventure kicks off on the Boso Peninsula. That's in Chiba Prefecture.
Ah, the Boso Peninsula. It's a great place to start. It's pretty close to Tokyo, relatively speaking, but it feels worlds away.
Yeah. How so?
Well, it's coastal, for one. A totally different vibe, like a breath of fresh air compared to the city intensity.
Okay, I like the sound of that. And within Boso, our first stop is the Futsu Cape area.
Futsu Cape, right.
Maybe not super famous, but it has this special Fuji viewing spot. Imagine this piece of land sticking out into the water, giving you these amazing, panoramic views across Tokyo Bay.
Wow.
And here's the kicker. On a clear day, you get Mount Fuji, right there, across the bay.
That's pretty special. Seeing Fuji from across the water like that, it must give it a different sense of scale, a bit more grandeur.
Exactly. It really highlights how massive the landscape is and how Fuji fits into it all. It's a unique perspective, I think.
Definitely.
Okay, so from that amazing view, let's head over to the Kamigawa Seaside Base. This place has apparently been getting some attention lately.
Oh, yeah. What's the story there?
Picture this. An American-style diner, but it's right there on the bayside.
Huh. Interesting mix.
Yeah. Opened just last year, I think April 2023, serving BBQ drinks. It's got a real, U.S. West Coast atmosphere, apparently.
With terrace seating, too, you said.
Exactly. So you can sit outside, catch the ocean breeze while you're eating. Sounds pretty nice.
It's interesting, isn't it, how you find these little pockets, these blends of cultures, even in more regional spots. A touch of the familiar, maybe, but in a completely new setting.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, next up, we're venturing to the Tateyama area, specifically the Tsunosaki Lighthouse Park.
Ah, lighthouses. There's always something appealing about them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And this one sounds lovely. A classic white tower against the blue ocean. Very picturesque.
Mm-hmm.
And the park around it has walking paths. You can just stroll, breathe in the sea air, listen to the waves. Sounds incredibly calming.
Yeah, really refreshing.
It takes a bit to get there, about 25 minutes by bus from Tateyama Station, then a 20-minute walk.
Okay.
But I bet that walk itself is part of the experience,
Yeah.
Getting little glimpses of the coast before you reach the main view.
Often that journey to the spot is just as important. Lets you soak in the surroundings, builds a bit of anticipation. You see things you'd miss otherwise.
True. Okay, our coastal journey continues towards Katsura.
Katsura. Known for fishing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We get a real feel for local life here, especially around the Katsura fishing port. It's described as having this really lively atmosphere.
I love that energy you get at working ports.
Me too.
Yeah.
And of course, being a fishing port, super fresh seafood is a given.
The best kind.
They even have a morning market. That sounds like a fantastic way to just dive into the local scene, see the catch of the day, maybe grab something seasonal.
Oh, definitely. Those morning markets are amazing windows into the community, the heart of the town, often. You see the local produce, interact with the vendors. It's brilliant.
And for food lovers looking for something unique, Katsura has its own local specialty. Katsura Tantanmen.
Ooh, tantanmen, like the spicy ramen.
Yeah, but a local version. Known for its spicy soup and fine noodles. It's always cool finding these regional dishes you wouldn't get in Tokyo or Osaka.
Absolutely. Regional food tells a story, doesn't it? About the local ingredients, the history, a spicy ramen by the sea. Makes you wonder how that came about. Maybe warming for the fishermen?
Could be. Okay, moving south a bit, toward the tip of the peninsula, we get to the Tateyama Castle area, also called Awa Castle.
That castle.
No, it's not maybe your classic imposing medieval fortress. It's more about, again, those amazing panoramic views. It's on higher ground looking out over everything.
So more of a viewpoint castle.
Kind of, yeah. And the park around it's a big draw, too. Lots of seasonal flowers. Creates a nice contrast with all the coastal scenery we've been seeing.
That's very Japanese, isn't it? Integrating historical sites with natural beauty, like seasonal flowers. Adds another layer to the visit, changes with the time of year.
Totally. And it's pretty easy to get to as well. Just a short bus ride from Tateyama Station.
Good to know.
Right. One last coastal highlight before we head inland. The Chiba-Boso flower line.
Flower line. Sounds promising.
It sounds delightful. It's a scenic drive along the coast, famous for just fields of vibrant flowers, changing through the seasons.
Wow.
Think poppies in early spring, sunflowers in summer. Just imagine driving along with those views.
That sounds incredible. A drive you can really take your time with.
And apparently you can stop at roadside stands along the way, pick up local fruit and veg, maybe some flower souvenirs.
So scenic roads are fantastic. You're immersed in the landscape. You can stop whenever you want. And the changing flowers mean you could go back at different times of year and see something new.
Definitely a highlight of the Boso Peninsula, it seems. Okay, so we've had our fill of sea air for now. Let's turn inland, explore some culture and nature away from the coast.
Sounds good. Where are we headed?
First up is an area called Sawara. And the description is stylish little Kyoto.
Ooh, intriguing. Sets expectations high.
Doesn't it? Apparently, it's got these beautifully kept traditional streets, canals, very reminiscent of Kyoto's historic vibe.
Canals, too.
Yeah, the Ono River runs through town. And you can even take boat rides. It sounds like you're stepping back in time a bit, with all the old merchant houses still standing.
That comparison to Kyoto really paints a picture. Preserved architecture, traditional atmosphere. Maybe without the huge crowds you sometimes get in Kyoto itself.
That's possibly the appeal, right? A similar charm, but maybe more intimate.
Could be.
Okay, from the traditional feel of Sawara, we're jumping to something completely different. Mother Farm.
Mother Farm. Okay, what's that about?
It's not just any farm. It's described as this huge tourist farm spread out on a hillside.
Ah, one of those interactive farm experiences.
Exactly. Sounds great for, well, anyone, really. You can interact with animals, see amazing seasonal flower fields. They even have a sheep show.
A sheep show. Okay.
Yeah. And you can see alpacas, cows, all sorts up close. And like the flower line, it's known for these big seasonal flower displays. Canola flowers or rape blossoms in spring, petunias in early summer.
Yeah.
Just fields of color.
Those kinds of agritourism places can be really fun. A good way to connect with nature, see some farming life, but in an accessible, engaging way. The mix of animals and flowers sounds great.
Definitely seems like a full day out.
Yeah.
Our last inland spot is called Kirku Fields.
Kirkuhu Fields. I never heard of it.
Me either, but it sounds fascinating. It's a place focused on organic farming and food, really highlighting the connection between, the land and the table.
Ah, farm-to-table concept.
Very much so. They have a restaurant, a bakery, a shop, all using fresh local ingredients from the farm itself.
That's increasingly popular, isn't it? That focus on sustainability, local food.
Absolutely. And you can even just have a picnic there, soak up the natural environment. Sounds very wholesome and delicious.
It does. A chance to really taste the region, literally. See where your food comes from, enjoy it right there.
Nice. Okay, so as we start thinking about wrapping this up, let's talk about some specific experiences or flavors that might really tempt you to visit.
Yeah, the tasty bits.
Right. One place that caught my eye is the Fusa no Eki. It's a Michi no Eki, a roadside station. But these places in Japan are often way more than just a quick stop.
Oh, yeah. Michi no Eki can be amazing, little hubs of local culture and food.
Exactly. This one has the Fuese Food Hall. And the food sounds amazing. They mentioned things like futsu seaweed and dried bonito ramen.
Sounds savory.
Peanut butter tantanmen udon.
Peanut butter tantan udon. Okay, that's unexpected.
I know, right? Sounds weirdly good, though. And, of course, local seafood rice bowls, which you'd expect.
Can't go wrong with those.
And for dessert, Chiba Prefecture peanut-flavored soft-serve ice cream.
Ah, of course. Chiba is famous for peanuts, isn't it?
Apparently so. Which brings us to other local specialties. At Fusa no Eki, they also mention a sea hotaru burger.
Sea hotaru, like sea firefly. Or is it a place name? Maybe a local seafood burger.
Could be. Sounds like a very local thing to try. And yes, peanuts are a big deal in Chiba. There's even a peanuts factory mentioned.
A whole factory.
Yeah. And if the soft serve wasn't enough peanut for you, they also have a peanut queen parfait.
Wow. Okay, so if you like peanuts, Chiba's the place to go.
It certainly seems that way. It just shows, doesn't it? Exploring these Michi no Eki, these roadside stations, can be a fantastic way to tap into the real local food scene.
Absolutely. They're treasure troves. Local produce, crafts, unique snacks, dishes you won't find anywhere else. It's a direct line to the region's identity, and you're supporting local businesses, too.
So much more than just a place to stretch your legs on a road trip.
Way more. They're destinations in themselves sometimes.
Okay, so we've journeyed through the Boso Peninsula's coast, dipped inland, tasted some unique local flavors. As we finish up this deep dive, here's something to maybe mull over.
Okay.
How might stepping off those main tourist routes, exploring these lesser-known areas like Boso, actually give you a deeper, more personal connection to Japan?
That's a great question.
Because these places, they often hold the key to understanding the culture, the people, in a more authentic way, don't you think? And who knows what unexpected things you might discover when you take the road less traveled.
That's a really vital point. When you explore beyond the famous names, you're not just seeing Japan, you're experiencing its diversity. You uncover those local nuances, the regional differences that make the country so rich and interesting. It's a different kind of travel.
A potentially much more rewarding kind.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us on this exploration of the Boso Peninsula and beyond.
It's been fascinating.
We really hope these ideas have sparked some inspiration for your own future travels to Japan.
Yeah, hopefully giving you some new places to add to your list.
Definitely encourage you to look beyond the obvious and discover the unique experiences Japan has waiting until our next deep dive.